What's poppin', chef? In today's video I'll be showing you some ways to make your 808s and sub basses better. Now I have three low-end sounds. I have the Nightclub 808 from the Jersey Club Essential drum kit. I got KBZ's Girlfriend from the Natom drum kit, and I got a regular sub bass from Sub Boom Bass too. What I usually do, like, I approach each bass, each 808 differently. Now if it's a sub bass type of sound, and I'm trying to make it more present, or if I'm trying to get more off, usually I would just first let me link it to the mixing board. I would first add some saturation or distortion, the Bedroom Producer Blog Saturator, and let me mute one of them. Now alone it sounds like this, and I might increase the saturation, the tube saturation. Now I'm gonna increase the tape saturation. Now, normally I don't saturate it by itself, but because it's a demo, I'll turn them up to my taste and leave it how it is. When I use the saturation, my purpose is to make the low end more gritty, but keeping the original, keeping the original sound. And sometimes I may just blend it too by turning off the wetness, or I may switch to another saturation, and that's the saturation knob. In this case, in the scenario I just described to you, I would keep the low end. I would probably increase the saturation by and it sounds like this. Or keep it in natural, it sounds like this. That's cool, but I like keeping the low end. That way, the low end is intact, but you can still hear the presence of it. And then usually I'll just turn it down some. But that's for sub basses. That's how I would normally approach them. Then you have the KBZ's Girlfriend. In this case, I may just keep it neutral. If I put the soft tube on, I may just keep it natural and up it. Usually I don't keep the low on because it sounds like this. It sometimes is too in your face. For KBZ's Girlfriend, I like the best way I would describe it as like a machine gun. It's in your face, but it also does damage. The sub bass, I use it more as a how would you say, a spirit bomb. And for the Nightclub 808, I don't really like to do too much to it, but I may just sometimes I may just remove the high end a little bit. Sometimes I may want it more subtle. And sometimes I may just bring up the peak a little bit, so it sounds like this. The times I would do this is, let's say I'm doing a track, I'm using the Nightclub 808. I may just give it a nightclub feel, filter it, and it would sound like this. And then, do my processing and editing, but basically giving it that nightclub feel, hence the name Nightclub 808. And then if I add a clipper, right? You can hear the grittiness from it stuff, but it's not as, in your face. But if I were to do the same thing, but without the peak, it sounds like this. It sounds like a wet potato, so those are some ways I do to like make the 808 sound better. Let me know what your techniques are, and I'll see you in the next one.